Hello, good morning, everyone. Excuse me. All right, we're going to start with WG. Tired. Okay. Good morning, everyone. A lot of work to do. I've been sleeping super poorly these last few days. It was time to get it together, get the work done, survive. Why can't I tell it to be associated? Again, change file type association. Control panel. Loading. What is this? Useless. Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Alrighty. So, working on WG. WG. Alright, downloading some files. Excuse me. Now, we may have to update the shape of the character. So we have the high poly sculpt. We've got the low poly mesh. Um, let's make a new collection called clothing. High poly. And we're going to open these files up. Is there any blend file? Okay. It's just the original body. Okay, good. There we go. Alrighty. Cool. Oops. So I think we're going to make just a few changes here. The first is for the hoodie. I'd like to just make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to down a little. So we get kind of some kind of a stiffer material, huh? And then this segment here, then I think we'll do a kind of curve. Just gonna pull that in a little. All right. Go. Now we got like a little bit of space on there. I like that. Next, let's just make the hood a little bit longer. Just gonna take segment. I guess we'll go here. Let me first just take this whole thing, move it up a little. This whole thing, and then we're gonna take segment. About there. If I do that, not too much. Maybe if I do add a curvature point. Okay, we got a few there. Is there a way for me to move that? Let's just see what happens for now. Oh, that's probably good enough right there. A little bit longer. Oops. Okay. Save, just a few edits. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch up particle distance is good. And we just want to switch the mesh to a save. I don't think this will make a huge difference, but I want to see what quad grid looks like for these. I see the wireframe. How do I do that again? Oh, we'll see when I export it. All right. Save. Select the whole thing. File. Export OBJ selected into do collaboration. We'll say WG clothing. Oh, well. Could just named it hoodie, but forgive me. All right. So that should be good. You know what? We're gonna set this to 10. All the elements to have particle distance of 10. And then we'll play one more time just to get some finer details if possible. then file, export, OBJ, and we'll just overwrite this. Yes, I do. Okay. All right, save that, close this, open up our second one. Well, let me zoom in. Time to zoom. All right, so for here, actually, let me double check the clothing. I want to see what it looks like when we import the OBJ for the clothing. What do you look like? Why would I ever import a... Oh. Okay, I get it. Man, everything looked pretty good there except for these edges. That's really rough. Dang. Okay. So I guess they just do like a grid cut down and then triangulate the edges. Yeah, that's super rough. All right, so we'll go back to recent. OBJ, open this up. Let me just close this because I broke something doing that. And we'll just open up the heady. Didn't realize it opened. Okay, so select everything again. Click, go down to mesh. We want quad optimized. And we'll just hit play really quick, just let it kind of settle. And then we'll export again, overwrite this one. Okay. Then we go to here, delete that, save, file, import, wavefront again. And yeah, look at that. Okay. This is the main reason we want that is these edges are so much better right here along where the clothing touches. If I go in here, I can actually run a loop cut around the edges. Very important. Saves some time later. Okay. Beautiful. So now back to... That's fine. Back to the shirt pants. Oh. Okay. Change the particle distance to 10. And of course, do the mesh to quad optimized. And then also guess it's not freezed. There we go. We're actually going to take the body mesh. This should be a subdiv model. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to turn up the division level to 2. And then play again. The reason why, can you see this bumpiness here in the leg? Also going to make the back of the pants a little bit tighter. Going to transform point. Take this. Gonna move it up. One more time. Starting to pull down the pants a little bit on the top. I think we'll go back to the one just before this. Yeah. A lot of loose fabric here up on the shirt collar. So I think that we can just take this and lower it a little bit. Um, I think I will. Yeah. Ooh. I definitely don't want the pants and shirt to get stuck on each other. I think that's perfect. All right, so we'll save that there. Select everything. Save. And do once again. Ooh, file, export, OBJ. This time we're exporting a second object. And with this selected, we'll do file, import, OBJ. As it turns out, import that in. I think we're off to a very good start. So, hopefully it fits the body pretty well. Yeah, just a little bit of sculpting will fix anything that's kind of off. Well, dang, the legs are quite different. Hmm. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Now do file, import FBX. A little too far. All right. Hopefully the sleeves survive this. Looks like I made the butt bigger. So we're gonna have to go back and I think make this segment a bit taller. right, that looks pretty good. The groin. Do some work. Just make this a little wider. This a little bit taller. You look just a little too tight. Seems better. Still feel like I can move the butt up a bit further. So I'm gonna undo that. We'll take both of these. Move them up, I think. Then here. Tension there would mean that there's just not enough material, so I should just scoot that in. Maybe if we have a curvature point, just a few. Oh, I just added one. Oh boy. That looks okay. All right, save that in the sim. And I think we're good for now. File, export, FBX. No, not FBX. File, export OBJ to Clotho 2. Then we're going to go back to our that. Alright, so we exported this. Good stuff. Now we're going to go back to Marvelous for the hoodie, and we're going to update the body, re-snap the hoodie to the updated body, and we should be good to go. So take the body, delete, file, import FBX, body newer. I think be good. I'm just gonna hit play, see what happens. Yeah. Nice. Easy as easy. Now I don't have to spend some time sculpting stuff back into place. That sounds like a pain in the butt. So instead, we just get overwrite. We go back to Blender, take these clothing items, delete them, then bring in file, import OBJ, boom, boom. And now it looks like there's still some little bit of clipping, but oh, it's because the subdivision. Interesting. That should be fine. I think we could just take them and yeah. Then we'll just sculpt the low poly app. Okay, good step. So now let's focus on the low poly clothing. The first thing we're going to do is actually combine all the clothing together. Tab A, select all boundary loops, and assign that to a group called weld. Assign those. Boom. And then we can add onto this the weld modifier, and then we'll re-separate them based on what goes together. So that's the get the hoodie. A little hard to grab some of these correct items. Okay. The particle distance looks quite different, which is interesting to me. When we subdivide, it should even out any issues, but just kind of surprised to see that. That should be all of the shirt. Okay, good. Yeah, chat wars are back. We got again. Hello, Yoshi. Welcome. And we'll call this hoodie. Oh, actually, hoodie poly. And hello, neighbors. Good morning. Shirt high poly and pants high poly. Friends of Beer Chat Mafia and Nash just have a huge event in the current instance so that only the for real people are alive. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but it sounds fun. So Nammers, for making clothing, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of this. So I'll just ask that, or one request moving forward is to make sure. Oh, dang it! I have to re-export the hoodie. Did I export it as a grid? Yeah, I did. Okay, so we'll delete that. Is to do Let me talk for a second. Let me get my words together. I had such trouble sleeping last night. Oh my god, it was bad. I think I got maybe 4 hours of sleep. Um, but yes. So the main thing is two things. First is to just set the particle distance to 10, and then mesh to quad optimized. Um, and that just helps with Class Abby though. Thank you, Yoshi. I appreciate that. And I'll just send that to you right now. And other than that, totally good. This definitely saved me a bunch of time. Well, let me zoom in on the crotch. And did I export again? Oh, then I have to export again. Ooh, my brain is fried this morning. My goodness. All right. Boom. And save that. And file. Import. OBJ. First one. Boom. Okay. We're going to take all these, take all the edges. Boundary loop. Weld. Assign. And then copy the modifier. All right. Now we've got a beautiful, beautiful object. But for this one, I actually am going to separate just the hoodie, because this fabric, that's going to be like impossible to retopologize. We're going to use our GeoNode method for that one. Okay. Pants look good. Noise. Noise. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Nams. I mean, thank you. Then we'll actually mesh this, so now it's all merged. And we can start going in and adding little like cuts like this and like this in order to kind of push in those details. Nice little edge there. Beautiful. We'll do the same for here. Vector. And then there. All right. Okay, now we've got those spots looking sharp, looking fly. Let's take the, I guess this is completely attached now. I will actually take the hoodie front and we'll separate that again. And then we're going to add a solidify. That's going to help just kind of make it feel a little bit more realistic. Now, I believe that we can assign the rim to a vertex group. So we'll do that really quick. Rim. Rim. And then we can add a bevel that's limited by vertex group, rim group. So that way we can make that edge a little bit cleaner. Cool. Next, for our next trick, I would like to select these right here. Got a little gap right here. I think just this one spot. Interesting, same spot over here. There must have been something off with the, I don't know. I don't know what would cause that, but same spot on both sides of the arms. I wonder if there's like a little pin in there or something from Marvelous. Look, there's another one. Funny. I bet it's in the same spot over here too. Something is a little different there. Yeah. I think that looks pretty nice. Okay. Turn on tab, and we're going to align the rotation. Something like pockets. something like pockets. Do that. And you know what? We'll add a mirror as well. But we'll put it before the shrink wrap. Set it to mirror main. Yeah. Just nice little pockets. We'll also get one for the front. This one we'll do above surface and project from the Y. Something like that. And a little bit of, not limit, but offset. Say DM, all right, let's check it out. Perfection. Perfection. And do something like that. We just need one more cut here. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Thank you, Nammers. Thank you, thank you. All right. So we'll take, I think here. Interesting. Oh, okay, this one still hasn't had the weld applied, which makes sense. Oh, it didn't have a weld at all. Funny. Nice little cut there. Then we'll do seams on the inside and outside. And I guess the middle too. Might as well just select it all of the borders, but okay, that should get picked up by the bake once we get to it. Everything should be subdivision ready. Nice. Now we'll go ahead and work on just a few other elements, like these ones here. We'll duplicate and then just do face extrude along normals. Okay, no extrusion yet, just separate and then copy a solidify. Then down here, do another little dealio. All right. Ooh. A little hard to see what's going on, so let's go ahead and create a WG clothing high poly material, which will make dark. Something like that, though, will look really nice. And then, of course, we can also add subdivision, which is going to make these edges look super crisp and sharp. And can't wait to bake that. And now it's ready to go on all of them. Okay, we still need to do our hoodie here. So we're going to call this hoodie retopo. We'll make another little object in here. GeoNodes. And then we'll go File, Append. We're going to hunt down the GeoNodes we used for EZI. So we have the HP to UV position and UV to retopo position. Those are the two we'd like. So append those in here. We actually have some assignments in there. Okay, and we'll put this right in there. Isolate it. Add a mesh. Delete. Add a GeoNode for the HP to UV position. Sample that object, and we can see that it's moving. And we just want to add split attribute weld. Cool. So that brings those together. And we'll call this hood UV. And then Magician Network. Behold! Wizard. Actually, we'll leave that one with geometry. Add another GeoNode for UV to topo. And we're going to target our hood. See, that's starting to move there. And what we really want to do is make like a square, but we have to adjust our high poly objects UVs to make this a little cleaner. So click the high poly, go here, turn off live unwrap, take this edge, and boom. Take that tops. Put them to 0, select all of these, and say distribute. Ah, balls. Well, that doesn't matter actually. So set that to 0, scale that to 0, leave those alone. Pin this to 0. Take this point, go to the top of this little kind of square there, pin, top of the square. It's a little different, isn't it? There we go. Okay. And then distribute these and distribute these. Then distribute these. Now, this middle section didn't quite work out. I guess. And you distribute and then distribute. Hey, let's go. All right, so now we've adjusted the high poly UVs to be perfectly square, which means we can take our hood UV object, or hood retopo, and all we really need to do now is just line it up. Cut. I'm just going to try to make it a little bit square. Don't make me flatten you. Oh, God. And then we'll add a subdivision up top, set it simple, and now it should just be mapping to it exactly. Oops. Smooth. Oh, I see. Interesting. So right now the whole hood is going across because on the high poly, this is the opening on the hood. So we would really want to connect it either this way or the other way. We need to rotate them. They should just line up exactly anyway. Something like that. Go back to hood, retopo. And we'll just dissolve these really quick. Like super fast. In a super fast way, just move them over. There we go. Easy peasy. Now we've got a nice hood object right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick. Be right back. Hello, Arctic. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Excuse me. All right. Good progress. So we actually want to make a new collection called Clothing Row Poly. And we'll make a new one in here for Hoodie Row Poly. And what we'd like to do is extract the retopo. Yeah, I guess we need this too. Let's go there. Okay. So we'll turn that off for a moment. And I would just like to see what the character looks like. With clothes on. Cute. Very good. Yeah, I might as well just adjust the high poly now. So it's all fitting and goes over the body. Might as well. We'll take this and this. Hide, weight paint. It looks, sorry, sculpt. Looks like everything's mostly in the same spot, so I think I can turn on symmetry for this. And we can just kind of move stuff. So I don't want to use any brush that's going to deform it too badly. I'm going to pull it above the surface a little bit. Okay. That looks quite good. There's a little teeny tiny gap right there. I don't think we moved the hoodie too badly. You know what? I'm gonna go back before moving anything. And I'm gonna take this, apply the weld, get rid of the solidifying this, and we actually are going to just combine them with the hoodie and redo that adjustment because I think everything was roughly in the same position, but I don't know for sure. So let's keep things a little more exact. That's pretty much it. Okay. Take the hoodie, hide those, go in here. Let's go ahead and apply our weld. Good. The edges here, I'm gonna get rid of them. Yeah, and everything else should be fine. Good. find everything with the hoodie. And let's make sure that the hoodie itself is above our pants and are resting on top of them. Looks good. A little bit more. Pull this out front. And in fact, we have our t-shirt, which the sweater should be on top of as well. And that gives it a nice extra feeling of bulkiness, which I think will go a long way. Awesome. That looks super, super good. Oh. Then I scream. Old man yell. All right. I think that's a good point to just take a little pause. And we'll get this update over to the client. Okay. Now, double G. Send an update over. Instead of 6. All right, we want to carve out the mouth and get that set up. Kind of an intense thing to say, carve out the mouth. Carve out the mouth. Just figured out today that you can build and test worlds in VR. Thought it was desktop only. Ooh. Just locally, you mean, on your rather than hopping into VR chat? I think that's relatively newer. Even though I saw forced non-VR VR toggle clearly. Also want to figure out how we want to do the tail. Right there in the center above the build buttons, brain just went, huh, nah. Nah. All right, so let's make the mouth cavity. Have you done a kimono before? Because it's looking super good already. I've done one quite a while ago. One of my, like within the first 6 months of me starting commissions, I think I did one. It's funny just because how little I knew then. It's also new to me. A little bit thinner. Can't go too high, otherwise we're actually gonna hit the top of the freaking eyeball. Or we'll just hit the eyeball. Not the top of it, but now let's add that subdivision. Go. And then we'll select this, generate Boolean, fast, save, and select our little mouth cut. Boom. That did not work. Because I didn't. Keep them part of the mesh that is common. No, difference should be correct. Means we'll take this. I'm going to turn up that subdivision one more. Again. Again. There. Just saw Lindy's lightsaber prefab tank. Couldn't resist. So cool. Now I just need to figure out what to put on it. A gun. I guess we'll try. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably that the normals are inside out on this mesh. That should have worked. Am I thinking about that right? Difference? Combine meshes in a subtractive way. Yeah. No gaps. Let's just save and set this to exact then. Probably make a copy of my proto and make it into a Jedi. It seems thematically fitting. I like that. They feel like they would be a fun Jedi. And bam. Well, you know, part machine, part machine. Are you saying your protogen's a Sith? Sith scum! I'm just kidding. What the what? Oh, it's the teeth. Okay. Scared me for a second. There we go. And we'll turn up that remesh once more. Make it extremely fine grained. Now, I'm kind of tempted to actually cut out the eyeball shape too. No, I don't need to, and it's extra work. Honestly, the whole dark light side of the force field is made up morality by monolithic religion. Avoiding the dark side completely just sets you up for failure. I follow the gray side. Also, healing force by being dark side only. Hello. In ways most consider. Bro. Ooh, that was sharp. So a little bit more of a bat-like nose, less of a cat style. Find that balance between making it cat-like and bat-like. Cat bat. I think we will just use lasso trim. Ooh, remeshing takes a long time right now. Takes a really long time right now. I should definitely save. Chocolate. Oof. All right. Almost just threw my pen across the room. Too strong for your own good. All right, that looks super cute. All right, good. Okay. All right. I'm definitely sleep deprived. Excuse my weird sounds. Um, all right, let's see if we can sharpen up the eye right here. Ooh, this remeshing is taking too long. Yeah. What I like about these ears here is I really like the kimono style. It's very cute. But I love these little sharp points on the ears right there. I would love to keep that. And then I also want this fold over where the kind of the front comes down a little bit more. So we're going to take these ears. We're going to apply the first mirror. First mirror. So now what we should be able to do is take some of these edges. We're going to extrude this one. This will kind of be the fold over. And we'll use this to kind of straighten it out a little. bit sharper. Then on this side, I suppose we'll do a very similar extrusion. And close this up. Bring down the solidify just a little. Take like this corner, and we will crease it and rip it. I guess not vertex crease it, but edge crease it and then rip it. We get these nice and then crease this one. I guess both. All of the above for this. We'll have to apply the solidify to actually kind of close up that, prevent it from doing this little inchy thing. I feel like this look is a little bit more bat-like than it was when we just started working a second ago. So I think I'm a big fan of this because I want that bat quality. Really nice. Saving. Oh, it really should not be taking this long to save. Now for some ear floof, I think we'll do three tufts. Keep it simple. Keep it stylized. We do want some tuft action going on in here. This first one quite large. You know, I should actually be able to control the taper a little bit more. So I have this curve, I have the bevel object, but we do have a taper object as well. Save it so slow. Okay, so we have hair profile. These are the should not be in here. This will be profile. There. And then we'll make another object. It's not just a Bezier. Should be taper. We'll call this ear top. And then on this one, let's isolate these two so we can really see what's going on. We will use taper object. That's quite an extreme distance. Okay. That's pretty freaking strong. Okay. We're gonna undo that. I like that. Maybe a little too intense, but it looks good. Load, please. I think 3 tufts on the elbow is kind of like the worked amount. Don't really want more than that. Oh, I keep hitting save, but it takes so long. Gonna flatten it this way for right now. All right. That looks awesome. Still 1,000,000 years of loading. Evil little creature. Evil. Fucking Harrison Ford meme. Evil. Evil cat bat. Exactly. Hello, Dad. Good morning. Yeah, we're making a little bat character. For now, I think we're gonna give him some fluff. He's got this fluff here. Either fluff there. I need to get some more reference images. I don't know. I feel like there's not a need for a bunch of fluff everywhere. But how's your morning going? Something like this. Just a little will go a long way. Coloring trend helping with firefighters. Okay. Good cooling trend helping firefighters getting rain and winds for hurricanes nearby. It's actually pretty sunny today. Hazy. Super hazy and humid, but sunny. Austin's a kind of a weird spot. It tends to kind of um, go around Austin a little bit. A lot of weather patterns. For better or worse. Oh, this loading is too long. It must be the sculpture that's taking so long to load. Alt S for a little bit, and then another Alt S right here to 0. Let's switch this to sharp. That looks pretty good. And we'll do control points smooth. Certainly too many control points. Set it to a Bezier. Then do cleanup, decimate. Let's leave that alone for now. And then we'll copy over the material from the body. Save. Excuse me. All right. Starting off. Going on. Let's see. Whew. Tired. I am tired. Did not sleep well. Did not sleep well at all. Here we go. Do something. What the fuck? Subdivide that. Oh, okay. Now we got some wings. Wangs. Okay. Okay. So for the tail, I want it to be, yeah, I want it to be fluffy. But placing things by hand sucks. So we're gonna make some stuff. I'm gonna call this. Well, we'll make a little test object as well. Add a subdivision to this. So we want just something with a little bit of curve. That's kind of a placeholder. So what we're going to do is take our geometry. We're going to instance, or we're going to make points, mesh to points. We're going to use our edges. Because edges gives us this natural offset. And then we're going to instance on these points. And we're going to use our object. Object. Sweet corn tail. And we'll use original geometry and we'll instance on those points. Did I break something? Okay, no, I didn't break anything. Darn. All right, one more time. Input. Input will be an object. The object we'll use will be original. Put the geometry into the instance. That should have done it right there. I think we may need to realize instance. Oh no. You know what help is actually assigning the object. That seems to help for some reason. Cube 40. Search 40. Boom. So now we're instancing on there. First thing we'd like to do is take our objects rotation it's the same, so align our rotation to the normal of like so. This always sucks because it does shit like this. Excuse my language. Let me get this weird little. Okay. And then we want to align the rotation one more time. And that's almost what we want. Right there. What if we subdivide the object just so we get some better normals? Are they really that better? How much better? We still get this annoying thing here. So we want to rotate it again so that the first thing we did was we took the object and we rotated it so it's the base of it's on our mesh. Cool. Now we want to rotate it again so that the y-axis face in a certain direction. Cool. Huh. Actually really cool. Made a spiral. That's fun. Okay, that's not what we want. Rotations always I struggle with them so badly. So we aligned it with the normal, then we want to rotate the normal so that the normal faces and pivot it. Gotcha. The pivot is the key point. We want to pivot on the local Z and align our y-axis with the y direction. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, that is what I wanted. All right. Maybe I just need to talk through it instead of just plugging in shit and hoping it comes out correctly. All right. Very cool. That tail's pretty fluffy. Let's turn down the subdivision one amount. We don't want that much fluff. Just a slightly more controlled amount of fluff. And I will actually do nothing because it's loading. There we go. And then we'll take one of these. about there. Little bits of treasure I made keep falling out of the little chest I put them in when I pick it up. Moving colliders with each other is challenging. That's when you might want something where it's like it's um what's the word? I think it's just a sync issue, not something that can be fixed. You could have it so when the things you drop touch the chest and there are a coin or something, once they're stopped moving, you turn off the collision and then parent them to that object. Something like that. Pine cone. That is a pine cone. Vector rotate or rotate vector? This is getting too complex. I'm lazy. Oh, right. I can do rotate instances. That's what I want. Ooh. And we probably want a random value for float, like 0.9 to 1.1, something like that. Cool. And we have scale instances. And what we can do is take a float, drop it right here. Call this scale weight. The default will be 1. And duplicate this, put it over here. And we'll just plug that right in. Okay, nothing happens, but that's because we can do weight painting. And what we'll do is paint everything 1. Oh, it's rigged right now. We'll call this left scale. Oh. Boom. Boom. Smooth. Okay. Turn that back on and use left scale. Wow, definitely a pinecone vibe. Hmm. Can I not weight paint with that enabled? It's a little annoying. Still seems intense, but I can always just scale here. And then lastly, of course, join geometry and take our original geo might as well just, and so we still have the tail bottom. Seems gigantic, so Oh, gotcha. In order to paint with geonodes, I still have to have the original geometry there. I guess that makes sense. That seems like a lot. That seems insane. All right, let's think about this a little bit further. Uh, if I take these two, and lastly, of course, realize instances so we can verify how expensive this is. 1 million, almost 2 million verts. Way too much. But we have some options. We can turn this way down. We can also take our profile hair. We'll call this profile hair by poly. Duplicate it. Rename this to profile hair. Low poly. And on this one, we can turn down that resolution. Oh, wait. First, let's assign it to this one. Then we can turn it down here as well. I think 2 is perfect. What are we at? Still an insane amount. That's still way beyond what we can actually afford to include. But that's pretty reasonable. 26,000 for an extra floofy tail. Hmm. We'll think about that. That may be too much. Doesn't really look that great either. Not super sold on the visuals of it, or even this chest fluff here. Because the Kimono Avi, they're kind of simple in their shapes. Like, they don't have a lot of detail. Smooth forms, nice, kind of, what kind of shapes? Smooth, it's like kind of rounded shapes, simple rounded shapes. This might be too much. Is there a way to unsubdivide in geometry nodes? You unsubdivide? So, no. But we can subdivide. So, what we'll do is we'll take our geometry and we'll turn down the subdivision here. Fluff is kind of sparse and in chunks for Kimono. That's what it seems like to me. It's just a little simpler. It's amazing how different that is. This to that. Yeah, I think it's a good experiment, but not the direction we're going to go. So I'm going to save that, and we're going to get rid of the GeoNode. Would look amazing if you ever had a calm for corn on the cob. I do really like how the ears came out, though. I think those look amazing. The feet look quite good. So I think a lot of this is coming together. Let's focus on the feet for a moment. I got another 20 minutes, and then it is time for me to get my run in for the day. Ooh, looks like a little wing. Uh, that's not quite the look I'm going for. Did that not link to my object data? Object, link, object data. All right, strange. Maybe it's upside down. It was upside down. not sure how I want to fuse the fingers in. Look at that belly button looking right. You don't want too much definition on the body. It'd still be pretty much just nice rounded forms. Nothing crazy. Simple. Mascot-like. Okay, I think we're going to end it here for now for the morning session. I got stuff to do. Got lunch to do. I'm going to take a big nap too, and then we'll be back for the afternoon session. I will not miss this afternoon session. I don't have any plans or anything. A little sad to have missed work yesterday, but yeah, it happens. It was worth it. But no more. Let's take some screenshots and then we'll be on our way. And I think when we come back to this character, what we'll be doing is getting the retopology ready. Getting the rig ready. Oh, alrighty, see you soon. Have a nice nap. I will. Thank you, Arctic. Thank you, Namers. Hope you're both having a great Friday so far. I'll catch you later. Bye, y'all. I'll go ahead and send these off right now. Again, thank you everyone for hanging out. If you are new here, I will be back very soon. I'm just going to go take my lunch, and I'll be back in about 2 hours. I think it's going to be a good one. So see you then. Bye, everyone. Bye.